DKUTV.
Welcome to Tarantula Cloud 9.5. This is Dale tonight, and we're going to be taking a look at the feeding segment from Tarantula Cloud number 9 that I had to delete because YouTube, for some reason, was blocking it to some of my subscribers and viewers who enjoy the cloud. And since all of you could not enjoy it, I decided to delete it and just upload the best part of the video, which is the feeding video. So we'll get started with Genesis, Trinidad Chevron, the Salmoporus Cambridgei. This is my male. I didn't capture his attack, but I wanted to start off this video with a T that I haven't shown in a while and show how he's been doing. We'll like to get as much footage of this guy as possible, considering that he is a male and his time is limited. I'm going to try to get as much footage as I can. For those of you who are wondering if there will be any more Tarantula Clouds, there will be. I'm still working on the format for it, and so there's no disputes with YouTube as far as music rights and all that. I want it to be 100% originals. That's why I had to delete that one. So if you happen to see the feeding video on that one, if you did get to see the cloud, my apologies. This feeding video will have extended versions of that segment and more T's that weren't featured in number 9's feeding segment. This is Rogue, my Bolivian salmon pink, Acanthoscuria chacoana, who has been doing really great, and I really love this tea. She's been growing on me literally and figuratively. She's really great tea. Ocean Storm, green bottle blue, GBB, Chromatopelma cyanopubescens. She is webbed up so much in there that I can't really get any good attacks on her anymore of her out in the open. She is completely submerged in the webs, almost like an OBT, who has a very nice attack in this video. But you know, GBB's a webber, so that's to be expected. She's been doing great too. Fire, my Mexican red rump, Brachypelma vagans, suspect male. And as you can see, this guy, he'll eat a house if I gave it to him. Haven't confirmed him being a male yet, but I'm starting to have my suspicions. Alright, Venus, Desert / Mexican Blonde, Aphonopelma chalcodes. This beauty here has been a little picky here lately as far as her eating. She goes on strange fasting periods. She's a little unpredictable with her eating, but most Aphonopelmas do that, so it doesn't surprise me. She is starting to darken up her rump. You can see she has a bald spot. That bald spot now is black, so I'm not sure she's going to molt or not now, but we'll see in the future. Shadow, Venezuelan sun tiger, Salmoporus Emilia. This little girl can eat. Scarlet, Brazilian giant white knee, Acanthoscuria geniculata. Molted about a month ago. It's another one of my suspect males. I cannot get a good confirmed molt on her yet, but I'll refer to her as a she until I confirm that. And as you can see here, she has no problem eating. Next up, we have our Honduran curly hair, Eclipse, Brachypelma albopilosum. Another greedy eater. And she's a very beautiful curly hair. I've really felt bad for this cricket here. I didn't realize until I dumped the cricket in there that the cricket was actually molting, was in the process of molting when I dumped it in there. And Eclipse obviously didn't give a damn. She went ahead and ate her anyway, but you can see that that cricket is a little juicier than normal. It's actually molting. I try not to do that. I really feel bad about about putting that cricket in there like that, but that's nature. Indiana, Sri Lankan ornamental, Pocotheria fasciata. She is a lightning fast eater. She gets reclusive. She has a lot of webbing with substrate stuck on the webbing with some moss in there, and she kind of hides in there like it's a beehive, but she always comes out to eat. She's aggressive, so I can always see her when it's feeding time, because she'll come out of there and she'll hunt. Phoenix, Mexican painted redleg, Brachypoma Emilia. You saw her on the focus feature videos, and she's been doing really well, as you can see here. She's very greedy. Earthwalker, Chaco Mousy Brown, Acanthoscuria insubtilis. This was about 2 weeks before she actually molted, and she's a lot bigger than that now. And if you're wondering, for those of you who might think I've been feeding my teas too much, this video actually has a compilation of over a month worth of footage. So some of these teas were eaten on the same day, some weren't, some are 3 different feedings. I didn't bother to label them. You can tell by the lighting that some of these feeding vids here, segments here, are actually different feedings. So in case you're wondering if I'm feeding them too much, I am not. And we just got done looking at cotton candy there, my Grammostola Maule, the Chilean goat fluff. Marzaris, Peru flame rump, Thrixoparma acriti, and she's going through one of her little gentle phases. If you've seen my previous vids, you'll know that she is sometimes very bipolar. She can be aggressive sometimes, and right now she's very docile, as you can see her raising a little butt there. Right now I could probably handle her if I wanted to. I would never try to because she's kind of psychotic, but she's been gentle right now. Orion, Chilean rosehair, brown color form, Grammostola rosea, or some call it the Porteri. This is one of my only Grammostolas that doesn't go into a really prolonged fast. When she's eating, she's eating. I mean, she never really stops. You can see her rump's pretty big. And she's one of my bigger Grammostolas. Star, Chaco Goldney, Grammostola Pokerpeas. And you see how fast that tea is. She is should be molting here any day now. Chromatus, salmon pink bird eater, Lacerdoria perialbana. She's a little girl, but you can tell she's an LP. She could take down a cricket, probably a lot larger than her, but I don't give it to her because I don't want to feed her too fast. But I mean, she is one mean eater. Andromeda, Brazilian white striped bird eater, Nondu Chromatus. A lot of people have been complimenting me on this tarantula, and she is very beautiful. I sometimes think it might actually be a male. I'm not sure yet. Looks like a female to me. The growth rate says kind of resembles a female, but sometimes I have my suspicions. I haven't gotten a good bolt on her yet to confirm it yet. And you can see here she's very beautiful. One of the nicest looking Chromatuses I've seen out there. And she molted a while back. I'm going to be doing a big molt video detailing some of the molts I've had over the past month. I've had some footage left over. I'm going to let you guys see that. I've had a lot of people asking about these guys who have molted. Fantasy, Costa Rican tiger rump, Cyclosternum fasciatum. This is one of 2. Fantasy is a little bit smaller than my other one, Mystery, but Fantasy is not as reclusive as Mystery. Mystery, my other Cyclosternum, she is very reclusive and a little bit bigger. Hopefully they're a maiden pair. Tattoo, orange baboon tarantula, the OBT, Torinochilus marinus. And this was one of my best shots of her. I don't know if I ever get a shot like this again of her. She was out for around 15 minutes. She was starving, I guess. And the cricket was in there with her, and she normally lets the cricket go down into the tunnel and she'll wait for it, but this time she decided to come out and hunt, which I haven't seen her do. I don't know if I would really call it hunting. She kind of just sat there and waited for the cricket to come to her, but this is the only time I've ever seen her come out and just hang out up there. She's really sensitive to light and movement, so this was really shocking to see her out. But I was happy she did, so you guys can get a good look at her. She's really beautiful. OBT. Temperament is not too bad right now, but we all know how they can be when they're adults, so I'll enjoy it while it lasts. You can see there just how fast OBTs are. I mean, she almost came out of the enclosure. She kind of freaked me out there for a moment. Baby Gray, Desert / Mexican Blonde, a Phonopelma Chalcodes. This is my one of two juvenile Chalcodes. This is a Baby Gray, the suspect female, and General, the suspect male. This is the guy who, I had him in a different enclosure, but he wanted to excavate and dig, so he's back in a critter keeper. Trinity, Ivory Ornamental, Poecilotheria Subfusca Highland. And she has a very cute personality for a little pokey. And she's a hunter. She's actually one of my best eaters, and I always get an attack with her, which is cool for her size. She's only about an inch. Caesar, Featherlight Baboon, Stromatopelma Calceatum. There you go. Like a trapdoor spider. This is another one of the T's that hides out. Most of the time I can't see her, but when there's a cricket in there, she comes out and she's ready to go. She has no problem coming out when there's a cricket in there. You can see her down there. I mean, that cricket wasn't even in there half a second. She is around an inch and a half, maybe a little bit over an inch and a half, and she's in a 32-ounce deli container. It's perfect for her because she can have her substrate to dig in, and she can also web up. And so the 13-ounce deli container, I don't really like using them, but it's perfect for a Calceatum. Luna, Pink Toe, Avicularia. This is my wife's tarantula, and she has finally eaten for me on camera. Normally she'll take a bite out of the cricket and then drop it, and then she'll come back and eat it later. But she ate this time too, and that's really rare for her. She really does that. She has been doing a lot better now that she's inside of this Rubbermaid jar. She was in a small critter keeper flipped on his side, kind of like how I have my pokies in, but she's been loving this Rubbermaid container. I'm not a huge fan of them, but I know that John 3000's Avics do well in these, so I didn't have a problem putting her in. Brownie, Choco Goldney, Grammostola Maule. She finally turned into a Choco. She's always eaten like that, but now she looks like a Choco, which is very, very good. I mean, I couldn't wait for her to get those gold stripes on the knees and that black carapace, and she is really looking good. One of my favorites, Pandora, Paraphysa, Euathlus, species unknown. I mean, she's just a beauty. She is really, really beautiful tarantula, and she can eat. She doesn't eat a whole lot. You look at that rump. She has that classic Paraphysa rump, big, giant rump back there. But she really doesn't eat that often. It's just big like that all the time, and you can see how beautiful she is. I would feature her more, but she doesn't eat that much, and she's a little reclusive and doesn't, she really doesn't do much, so I don't have any reason to feature her that much. Raven, Haitian Brown Bird Eater, Formitibus Cancerides. And I haven't featured her in a while because she went into a long pre-molt for around 2 months. And after she molted, now she's a little more inclined to hide out in her hide and come out and hang out during the day, and usually when I'm not around. She's been out a little more lately, but she's kind of mellowed out a little bit more over the last few weeks. She's not as aggressive as she used to be. Hopefully it's a she, but she still has her appetite, and she's been doing great. She's in a big, nice, large critter keeper, and she loves it. She walks around. She made her own little hide down there, so she's been doing great. It's good to have her back in the feeding videos. So that'll do it for this one, guys. I want to say thank you for all you guys out there who were patient with the Tarantula Cloud, and for those of you that did not get a chance to see it, only about 5 or 6 people actually saw it before I deleted it, so you didn't miss anything. Everything from this video came from that feeding segment on that one. I actually added about 12 minutes of footage on this video from the feeding video on the T-Cloud number 9, so you didn't miss anything. And for all you who did see it, Hope you like this one. I appreciate it, guys. I'll be uploading another one soon. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.